For staying with us. So on this show, we've discussed everybody from the executive to the legislature, to even various arms of government. But today, a very critical part of government is with us today. And we're pretty excited because we've always blamed the local government for everything. It starts from the local government. Today, we have the executive chairman, Orile-Agege, Honorable Johnson Sunday Babatunde. He will be discussing with us the intricacies and complexities of governance at the grassroots level. Welcome to the show, sir.
Well, it's my pleasure to be here this morning.
Yes, good to have you. All right, so let's start with local government, because one of the things we've discussed on this show several times is that there's only so much state government can do. That real governance is at the local point with the people. And when we have the local government chairman, the LCDAs, they're the ones that must actually ensure that people feel what government is doing when it comes to roads, fixing of the local roads, clearing sewages, clearing the gutters, making sure there's free flow of traffic, you know, even the local schools. We'll come to schools later, maybe another day. But let's start with Orile-Agege as a case study. How would you say governance within that region has been so far since you became chairman?
Well, we want to give glory and honor to Almighty God for giving us that unique opportunity to be elected as the chairman of Orile-Agege LCDA. We came into office July 2017. That was my first tenure as the executive chairman. But we have to return glory to God. Ever since we came in, our government have been a government of positive change, because we came in with a mindset of 3 words: to renew, to rebuild, and to restore the glory of Orile-Agege LCDA. That exactly has been our driving force. As you're all aware, local government is the closest to the people. We have the federal, we have the state, and the local government is the third tier of governments. For example, this morning, waking up, I have so many people at my doorstep, bringing one problem or the other. I have those that call me on the phone. Some people bang into your house. They will stop you on the road. How many people will bang into the governor's office? How many people will move to Aso Rock and say, I want to see the president? Local government is the closest to the people.
Okay, let's start with...
one of the reasons you're here is we just even want to understand some of the issues that we have, and you know how our system is. We point out, oh, it's the federal, no, it's the state, oh, it's the local government. And when we hear it's local, everybody keeps quiet. So I want you to educate me today. See, there are some roads that we feel that local government can take charge of, right? But we hear that there are issues with funding. But we also know that you get funds. Where are those funds going to? Or sometimes you hear somebody say, oh, a big man or a big company or someone has moved into a certain community and wants to build a road. And the local government is asking, you have to sort some people out, or else you will not do any construction on this place, or you will not improve the community in this regard. So we want to understand what is happening in the local government. Why is it so tough to handle some of these, especially roads and construction issues at that level?
Okay, well, yes, I want to thank you for that question. Number one, local governments, when you look at the percentage being allotted to local government from the federation account, is the lowest. I think about 21%. And there are some certain roads that the local government cannot undo.
Yeah.
We have federal roads, like even Express. From K Road passes through your local government. It will be difficult for you to construct such a road. We have another one from B. That one, there is no way the local government can embark on it. But there could be palliative. There could be palliative. For example, along the Kwaja Road, I discover all the time there is always flooding, heavy flood. That is before the NYC camp. Yes, at my ESCO level, we discussed about it. And we discovered that about 200 meters, we can fix the drainage. That is 1 meter by 1 meter. And we are back on it. Because within our financial capability, we can actually attend to it. So it depends on the individual.
Inner streets, inner roads.
Yes, I'm coming to that. It depends on the individual. As at the time I came in, I discovered most of our inner roads. I think for the first 100 days in office, I've been able to fix about 3 roads within the first 100 days in office. And today, to my credit, majority of the inner roads in Orile-Agege, in fact, we are working as I'm talking to you now. We are on Musili Street. We are on Dele Bido Street. And our viewers at home who are watching will attest to what I'm talking about.
So let me invite our callers. Please, if you're living in Musiliu Street and Agege, please call us. We'd like to call 081-7641-68, 090-241-63440. Come call us so that we can confirm the roads have been fixed. Let me come to you, Runke, because there are a lot of questions for us for God this morning.
Good to have you here, sir. Welcome. Sir, I saw on your page, your official handle, the children who just won that competition, and I'd like to congratulate you.
Thank you.
I need you to tell us, aside the children, because this is a section of children, and I know that in public schools we have so many. So what kind of programs do you have for the teachers? How are you able to see that these teachers can match up to current day best practices, 21st century methods of teaching? Because I don't want to assume this is a true reflection of everyone you have there, but this is commendable. But I'd like you to talk to us. Do you have a plan, a schedule? How do you help your teachers within your local government?
Well, number one, there should be a conducive environment by which our teachers operate. I have 24 primary schools in Orile-Agege, and as I'm talking to you, we've been able to fix about 20 out of these 24 primary schools. As I'm talking to you right away, go to Shiloh Primary School. They are doing the tiling of the classrooms. Office of their teacher is being renovated as I'm talking to you.
Okay.
Go to St. Peter Primary School. Go and see what we are doing there now. Go to Orile Primary School. In fact, if you get to Orile Primary School, you feel it is an higher institution. It's for the primary school students. Go to Yewa Primary School. If you go there, you feel it is higher institution.
Okay.
Go to Yewa Primary School. Go to Ararome Primary School. Go to Saka Primary School, as I'm talking to you. And as I'm talking to you, all the schools in Orile-Agege, we have ICT centers.
Is this strictly local government intervention, or
This is local
local and
government,
state, I'm
strictly
sure.
local government.
no state involvement?
No state involvement,
Okay.
strictly local government.
Let me take this call from Orile-Agege. Good morning. Thanks for Falimosho. Thanks for calling. Good morning. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Thank you for bringing on the chairman of Orile-Agege local government. We call him Mr. Project. My name is Edafi.
Okay.
I'm calling from Alimosho.
Okay.
I live opposite his own local government here.
Edafi, okay.
That man has really performed beyond his able doubt, beyond even human comprehension.
Wow.
That's the only local government I feel that has oxygen in their primary health center. He has oxygen in his primary health center.
Oxygen is primary health center.
I've gone through his project. He is the only chairman that I know that renovated almost all the primary schools in LCDA. I kept wondering where he gets money to implement this project because other local governments are not living up to expectations.
Okay, so he has confirmed that you've done some work. So where do you get the money from?
Well, it's about blocking leakages.
Blocking leakage.
Because there are 4 steps to greatness. Number 1, you need to be determined. Number 2, you need to be diligent. Number 3, you need to be disciplined. Number 4, you need to sacrifice. If you have those 4 points, issue of positive funding, you'll be able to block some of the leakages, and you make best use of your lane resources.
Right.
When we talk about sources and application of funds, how do you source your fund? How do you apply it? Are you applying your fund for the benefit of the people? Are you applying the fund for the usage of mankind? That is exactly what has been helping us.
Well,
Our sources of fund, internally generated revenue, then from the federation account.
Okay,
Well,
internally generated. I'm interested in that. But let me talk to Tokumbo from Orile-Agege. Thanks for calling, Tokumbo. You're live.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is Olawale from.
Olawale, go ahead.
I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not a type of praise politician. I don't praise politician. But give it to this man. He's been wonderful. I've been like for over 40 years now.
Wow.
But I've never seen a local government chairman who has done as much as this man has done.
Wow.
In his just first time, he has surpassed all the past local government chairman. So I'm going to give it to him. You keep it up.
Fantastic.
God bless.
Thank you very
I
much.
think I'm putting this challenge to you as TVC. I think some of your crew members, they've been coming for most of our programs. And I think by now, they should be hearing some of the things we have done. For example, we are planning 24 computer centers in all the primary schools. And as I'm talking to you, the first 10 pilots is already, by next week or in 2 weeks' time, we'll be launching it.
TVC is a private company. LTV can do that for you, I'm sure. But
And TVC came that they've been coming for the program.
no, but okay, but there's a question that I wanted to let you go.
Ask him about
Yes.
LGA. So you're doing all these amazing things, and especially with the schools, we're wondering, if you're doing it strictly by yourself, not a collaboration with state government or federal, how are you able to generate revenue to do school?
Are you selling?
ICT
Yeah.
and all the other things? What are you selling? What are they buying from you?
Well, let me say this. Give it to the governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. This man, in all honesty, has not been tampering with the local government fund.
Okay.
Give it to him. We are
You get your money,
we get our
100%.
money. We get our money. I'm telling you.
Okay.
And beside that, there are some of the things we do. Like at times, when people see the dividends of democracy, you don't force them to come and pay. You don't force them.
You're talking of taxes.
To pay their rates and taxes would be a problem. For example, every morning we have buses, coastal buses, that take children to schools in Orile-Agege, in Orile-Agege City.
Interesting.
There's a positive problem in Orile-Agege. The private schools are having problem now. Why? Because people are withdrawing their children from private to public school. And I'm inviting you, come to Orile-Agege.
Okay, let me ask you this question, sir, because I'll come to Roke in a minute. One of the problems that Lagosians have is Agberos, touts, and the good boys that, like former Governor Fashola used to call them, of Lagos. How have you utilized the good boys of Lagos within your own community? What are they doing? Because people get scared when they come into Lagos, like, I'm scared of all your area boys. So how do you manage that in your own area?
Well, let me say this. I think the cultural, prior to the inauguration of Mr. Governor, after the inauguration, we had a cultural program. And they were planning to bring it to Agege. And the next thing, people were just afraid. The area boys, how will we curtail them? What will happen? We better be careful with our bags, with our phones. And I said, don't worry, come. Because when we came in, I looked at how to solve some of their problems. And the first thing I did was to get them Korope buses to all the junctions. I bought Korope. I was the first with my picture on it. I gave it to them. And we equally embarked on a program. That is empowerment program. Quarterly basis, monthly basis, that we empower these people. we give them 100,000 for empowerment. So in other words,
Okay.
we've been able to take the fight to their own doorstep. We have vocational center that we encourage them that once you are being trained in one trade or the other, will definitely empower you.
Okay. Let me take this call when I come to Ronke. Sadiq, thanks for calling. You're live. Good morning, Sadiq. Okay, I think we lost that call. Go ahead, Ronke.
Okay. Thank you so much, Honorable. So I had an event recently, and I was privileged to have, in that event, the Honorable Commissioner of Education. Now, when members of my community, so our LCDA now heard about it, they're like, why didn't you tell us? So at that same meeting, I had the vice chairman, and he was like, you should have carried us along. So my question is, most young entrepreneurs do not identify with the local government because you guys don't have that platform where there can be a possible handshake and, you know, own their strength, push them, motivate them, and get them to do big things so that younger people can be inspired. What's your plan to see that the entrepreneurs within your LGA are recognized, supported, and even get to inspire the younger ones?
Let me set an example. Some time ago, a youth corps member came to us and he said, part of my project, I want to train the young ones in digital marketing. And I said, wow, when I saw the proposal, I said, wow, this is a beautiful one. And we discussed it at the ESCO level. Then we put adverts that young guys who are interested to come in. Do you know that majority of those who came for the program, they are not even resident in my local government? I didn't even know. Not until the day they will be graduating. And I asked, how many of you are having laptop? And they told me, few of them. And I said, okay, I'm going to get you a laptop. The local government will get you a laptop, even if it is Tokumbo, we'll get you a laptop. And we bought about 20 or so. And it was not on me so that I'll be able to identify their homes. I said, where are you from? Where are you from? And they started telling me, some from Aswasmowe, some from Agegule. And I said, wow, but I've already made the promise.
Right.
So the question is, are they in tune? We placed that advert. We told some of the youth groups around. They didn't respond to it. So the problem is not even with the whip. It's not with we, the operating.
Yes.
It is with the people. For example, the National Youth Council in my local government. They came up with a proposal some time ago that they want to have a farm. And I said, okay, I'm ready to acquire land for you. We went as far as Abalabi in Ogun State to acquire about 10 acres of land. We acquired it. I went to the farm. The next thing they would tell me, we release some funds to them. The next thing they would tell me is that the harassment problem is pushing them out of the farm. I know it was a flimsy
Excuse.
Okay.
And apart from that,
Okay, because of time, we have to wrap up. But somebody was asking in the group here, saying that you didn't touch on Ilubodu Street, Adebari, Ifelodu,
Okay, yes.
that. What are you doing in those areas? And then who is also in charge of potholes in your area? Who handles, is this LCDA or is this state government that covers potholes?
yes, I will. Let me come to Ilobu Street. Ilobu Street graciously is being handled by the state government. And the contractor moved to sites, but one way or the other, we've been mounting pressure on him to continue the work. The work has stopped for some time now,
Right.
but that one is beyond my own capacity because the contract was actually awarded by the state government. And I think by now, I've asked them to write a letter to the Minister of Works so that they will be able to hasten up. Now, potholes. Yes, we are in charge, but we are in the rainy season now. Immediately after the rainy season, we are coming up to ensure Like Okoba Road. Maybe somebody mentioned Okoba Road. Okoba Road is state government road. But we are not waiting on the state government. I think I've walked on that road more than 2-3 times to fill up the potholes. But I can assure
We
you,
run out of time.
immediately after the
Rainy season.
rainy
We'll bring you back after rainy season to ask you how much
About waste disposal. How your mind
because of time, you could not ask.
And let's be like, but you can throw. I have 5
Yes,
seconds.
because state
Waste
government is
disposal.
complaining about waste disposal and how people are handling it and blocking drainage.
Let me, as early as this morning, at Orile Junction, people will testify. We place some people to arrest those who are indiscriminately dumping refuse. And I was called upon this morning that if arrested somebody, I have to leave my bed even without doing the morning devotion. I ran there.
When you're arrested, what happens? After arresting, what happens?
Yes, I've taken.
What's the
It's going to
system?
face the law because we have our customer record.
Yeah.
So he's there. They're going to charge
We're running
you.
out of time.
The problem is with our people, indiscriminate dumping of refuse. And we've been embarking on
Okay,
sensitization.
we have to run. So we brought you in because we've always had questions about local governments. That's why we brought you in. But don't worry, you can come back another time, properly sit down, and
we talk about
we'll focus on you for the whole day.
What do you-
But thank you. We just want to have an idea what local government was doing in these
Yes,
various areas.
local
Thank you
government
for
has been
coming up.
performing, they've been
So
doing well.
far,
So far,
all
so
that I've called in, they've confirmed that the work you've done, and I'm happy that we have good feedback. But we'll continue to monitor you, especially after the rainy season.
Please,
To make sure you cover all the potholes.
monitor.
All right, that's all we can take on today's show. Have a great day. Thank you, Ronke, for joining us.
Thank you
Appreciate it.
too.
Have a fabulous day, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.